Welcome to Midnight Sapphic Club. I'm Em.
And I'm Jay.
And this is our Midnight Mailbox. Okay, so this week's theme question, how does the holiday season make you feel and why?
That's a good one for this time of year.
Loaded, especially for our queer community. We just wanted to know, what was kind of brought up because I feel like we all have mixed feelings during this time of year. So we had a couple entries and we'll talk about ourselves too.
Yeah, what's the first one?
Response 1. The holidays have always been a source of anxiety and sadness for me, as I grew up in a very Christian family, and the pressure on holidays was unbearable sometimes. I knew from a young age I did not share their beliefs, but I was still constantly overcome with the fear of eternal damnation. The holidays just reminded me that I was a black sheep and I would never live up to the expectations of my family. I'd never feel like one of them because I wasn't one of them.
Wow, that's really powerful.
That is so intense. That was spot on.
The part about you'll never live up to what they want kind of thing, it can be hard to be as a queer person, it happens a lot where people just cannot treat you like everyone else, and it's just you just feel it over and over and over again, and people just treating you like you're this different other thing, and you just want so badly, especially by the people who love you, to be treated like normal.
Yeah, community is such a thing that we all look for. It feels like such a human innate desire, because feeling other, feeling like the one thing, the oddball out, for some reason it just sucks. It's so scary, especially growing up in a Christian household. We both have our fair share of religious trauma. It was hard growing up. I totally related to the part where they said, I did not share their beliefs, but I was still constantly overcome with the fear of eternal damnation.
Yeah.
That, I would have that situation all the time where in my head I'm like, this doesn't make logical sense to me. It doesn't really sit right with me. But the fear was so ingrained and programmed into me, I was terrified. And I literally, I wanted to submit because of that fear.
Yeah, and then you develop this internalized shame and guilt because you're always just monitoring yourself to make sure that you're not sinning or doing something wrong, because you have this fear in the back of your head at all times. It's not a way to live, especially as a child.
Yeah, of course the holidays don't feel good because you're constantly, especially if you're raised in this Christian religious way, you're constantly told that you need to not be greedy. Oh, don't want too much. Don't not think of others. You need to volunteer. You need to give back. You need to do this. It's constant pressure of just what you're supposed to be.
And it's never enough.
It's never enough.
It's never okay, great job, you're a good enough person.
Right.
There's always something making you feel terrible, and this person must feel so alone, just an outsider in their own family, and that's gotta make the holidays so hard, because you have all these things shoving in your face that this time of the season is all about family and loved ones, and that can be a sore spot for some people. It's great, now for the next 2 months I have to be reminded that I don't fit in.
Yeah, that I don't have that, or that family is stressful for me, and there's all this pressure to go hang out together, to go to all these events, and it's some people don't feel comfortable or happy or safe with their family, but there's all this pressure. It sucks. Like they said, I'd never feel like one of them because I wasn't one of them.
Yeah, and then there's nothing you can do about that.
That's so sad. They can't, their family can't even make them feel welcome as they are. That's the sad part, is even if you aren't like your family, it would be cool if your family could just love you unconditionally.
To this person I say, I'm really sorry you're going through this. We understand, and there's so many queer people around the world feeling what you're feeling, so at least you're not alone in that way.
Yeah, to this person, I am really sorry that you don't feel like you fit in with your family, and feeling like a black sheep obviously really sucks, but it is important that you know that you will feel like you fit in somewhere. You just have to find that place.
Yeah, and even if that's just with one other person, we feel that way with each other, and
yeah,
it's been the most amazing thing.
Literally, finding your person or your community or your family that just makes you feel like you found your place in the world, you fit in, you don't have to be like those people. You don't have to be copy-paste, but just fit somewhere where you feel loved and accepted and unconditionally loved. I think that is so important. I think every human deserves that, and I hope that everyone does find that, but the way that you find that is by making room and not accepting mistreatment over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I hope that this person has found their own family and that they feel comfortable around, and they don't give in to any pressure to do anything with family that doesn't make them feel loved.
I think something that queer people need to remember too is that families can be whatever size you want them to be. I think it can be easy to internalize, like, oh, like, what I have isn't a family because my aunts and uncles and grandparents cut me off because I'm queer or whatever. And it's just like a family can be just you and one other person, or just you and your friends, or whatever. Like, we're a family, the three of us, right?
Yes.
Are we a family?
Yeah, no, it's important to acknowledge that you can have your own little family, no matter how small. And when we switched it to literally just being about us and doing whatever we want to do, our Thanksgiving was great. We made the meal just us. We both cooked. We both cleaned.
We both
relaxed. Nobody watched football. And it was a beautiful, peaceful home. And that is what the holiday is about. It didn't matter that there weren't a million people here, or that we didn't go out and do some crazy thing. You know, like, it's not about that. All right, so response 2. How does the holiday season make you feel and why? Anxious. Parents divorced and remarried when I was little. Spent many years having to go to multiple households on holidays to see everybody. At the end of the day, someone was always upset because you weren't able to spend enough time with them. Led to a lot of guilt. Lots of good memories of delicious food, though. Heck yeah. The perks of visiting multiple houses is multiple holiday feasts. Thank God for sweet potato casserole and gravy, am I right?
You love sweet potato casserole.
I do. Oh my gosh, yum. All of those things. Well, at least you had the delicious food.
That is great. That does sound nice. That's tough, though.
The led to a lot of guilt is sad. Like, that's what I hate about, like, the obligations around the holiday time. It's like, you want to spend time with your family member, obviously, but then they want to spend time with you so much so that they're going to make you feel guilty. Like, come on, that's not good.
And I like the part where they said, no matter what you do, it's not enough. Because like, you feel that way a lot with people. Like, when you're the one that's constantly trying to, like, heal other people's emotions and, like, prevent other people from being upset, and like, oh, I have to do this so that my, like, grandma isn't mad at me. Like, when you're doing that, it's never enough for people. If you find yourself trying to, like, fix all these things for other people, like, chances are it's not going to be enough, because then too, they get to a point where they just expect you to act a certain way, and they don't realize that you're, like, bending over backwards to do these things, or you're behaving in a way that is so not you, and it's so difficult for you, and it's not good enough.
Yes, that is so spot on. Literally, people will take. And if you think about it, if you spread yourself thin for everyone, here's the thing. You only, like, did one thing for this guy, and then they're like, what? You only did this one little thing. Well, when you're doing one little thing a million times over for everyone in your life, for every family member, trying to bend over backwards, you're stretched thin. Like, that is not how the holidays are supposed to be. If you don't want to go somewhere, don't go.
Because then your stretched thin version becomes the norm of what they're expecting from you.
Exactly.
And then when you're like, I can't take this anymore, they're like, what? Why can't it just be how it was? This is all benefiting us. And we're like, yeah, of course.
Yeah. Obviously, we just speculate that we are neurodivergent. But I think it is important for people to remember that people will take from you, because there are a lot of people who are neurodivergent, or just maybe don't understand what someone is trying to do sometimes, and are easily manipulated, and people will just take from them, and you don't realize that, like, not everyone is thinking about your best interest, or not everyone is thinking about the logical thing. Yeah, what's fair.
Yeah.
No, it's like people will literally just take whatever they can, and then you're left just being stretched thin. And I don't think that that's how any relationship should work. Like, friendship, you know, family, like, if this is your mother, your sister, it doesn't matter. Like, if these people are saying, like, you need to do this, this is my expectation. No, we're all adults. Like, you need to show up with empathy. We are all going through such a hard time right now. It is, like, I get frustrated with this discourse on the, you know, the price of community. There's sacrifice required for community.
Inconvenience, I think, is the term.
Okay, I agree with that. I think it is misused to mean that people should have to put up with people in order to, like, tit for tat have them in their life. And inconvenience is one thing, but you ruining my life is another.
Yeah.
And I feel like people take advantage of that.
Yeah, it's like, if we're both, like, inconveniencing ourselves to benefit everyone kind of thing, then like, yeah, that's great. But when it's just like one person keeps inconveniencing you and then they expect that, that's not a community. That's just an abusive relationship.
Exactly. If you really care about community so much, invest in the people around you. People just use that whenever they want something from their community. But I think that we naturally do things for each other, because what we do, we always try to think of the other person, and we always try to like do what would be best for them. And then since we always operate from that place, we are always helping each other out.
Yeah, neither one of us feels resentful with that model, because like you're always doing stuff for me, I'm always doing stuff for you, but like I'm not worried about what you're doing for me, I'm worried about what I'm doing for you, and then we both just benefit.
But it's not because I'm keeping track, it's just because you do things so often. But then I hope that I'm doing the same for you.
Of course you are.
And I think that that's just how like a loving relationship can and should work. It's not that I am always putting you before myself.
Yeah.
I get to be first sometimes. It just depends when is the right moment for that.
Right.
But it does feel like relationships, a lot of times, like people cite, oh, you need to be inconvenienced, oh, friendships are hard, relationships are hard, and it's like, actually, none of it should really be that hard. For me, personally, it's not hard to love you whatsoever. It's not hard to consider your feelings.
I agree.
Like, it's not hard to, like, pause and think about something, or if something is making you tired, I don't want you to have to do it. But I do just wish everyone would act this way. And then around the holidays, you know, your family wouldn't be making you feel guilty. They would say, hey, do you want to come over? And you would say, like, yes or no. Like, you would hope that there would be enough honest communication that you could answer truthfully, and that they would support you no matter what your answer was. I'm actually feeling overwhelmed with family stuff. Okay, what if we, like, downsized it? What if we didn't go ice skating? What if we just stayed in? What if, like, there's so many different things that you can do to meet people where they are. And I think that if you want community, then you need to show up for people first before asking them to show up for you.
It's frustrating with this person's parents. They obviously got divorced, and now they're putting pressure on their child to make the holidays magical for them. It's like, I'm sorry, like, you got divorced, so you should be going out of your way to make this person feel welcome, and that, like, they have a family to spend the holidays with, not like them making you feel good about it, you know?
Right. They shouldn't have to do double holidays because you guys got divorced. Like, that's something you sacrificed when you decided to divorce, and I totally support that, because I totally think more people should get divorced.
Yeah.
I am pro-divorce. I genuinely hate when people stay together and they hate each other. I think there's no coming back from resentment. I really just wish people would let each other go and move on. And I think it's great that these people did that. But when they make it the child's problem, that is devastating. And honestly, you made this point the other day about the holidays.
Oh, the point where we all feel like the holiday times are so cozy because it's all about spending time together. Thanksgiving and Christmas especially are touted as these holidays where we get to all slow down and spend time together, and it's just funny because it's all created by capitalism. Like, the holidays are created by capitalism, but the fact that you have no time with your family is also created by capitalism. So it's just like, yeah, we get to slow down and have this cozy life together. We could have this all the time if capitalism didn't fuck like this.
Yes, exactly. I love that point because it's so true. We are obsessed with this holiday like time when really life can always be like this. We could always be spending time with our loved ones. We could always be slowing down, enjoying the little things. Like, I think it's more of us like acknowledging the seasons. Like, if we were actually able to tune in with the seasons, then we would naturally just slow down and things would ebb and flow. And then instead, it's just like you get a couple days off here, a couple days off here, but it's mostly just super overstimulating. The holidays are like kind of terrible. They're kind of the antithesis of what you would expect them to be, like, in a sort of like natural, like seasonal way, right? Like, I wish we could just celebrate the seasons and the ebb and flow of life and always have time with our families and friends and loved ones, and
be thankful and like,
always
slow down.
Always practice gratitude. Always always take it slow and
always eat good food.
Always eat good food, exactly. And
always eat sweet potato casserole.
Yes, and gravy. I hope that this person finds a way to have a good holiday now. And, you know, I love the positivity of the perks of visiting multiple houses. It's multiple holiday feasts. You obviously have a great sense of humor, and I think that's awesome, but I hope that you don't feel controlled by anyone, and I hope that whatever you do for the holidays is what you want to do, because it's really fun to break out of molds. It's really fun to go
Make your own
against things.
traditions.
Yes, do
Yeah.
it. Do what makes you feel good. Like, this should not be a time of anxiety. Like, gosh, we already have seasonal depression. We already have like the overstimulation of like Black Friday sales, and
It's dark at 4 p.m.
it's dark at 4 p.m. Like, come on. Like, we are fighting demons left and right. Like, nobody needs to be fighting any extra demons. Like, people just need to let people exist, and we need to just give each other grace. We're in a recession, you know?
Yeah,
like,
everything's hard right now.
Thanks for joining us on Midnight Mailbox. As always, we so appreciate you guys writing in. Anything that's top of mind, any stories that you want to share with us, we really appreciate it.
Yes.
We love to hear from you. Always at the link in our bio. Feel free to send it in.
Thank you again so much to the people that wrote in for this week. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.